Welcome to the channel. My name is Veronica, and today I want to have some fun. My friend sent me two links about a weird headline. Funny headline. Thank you very much for my friend who noticed I've been down a little bit and just went like, I got you. Instead of a long intro, let's jump into it. Sorry, I read ahead. State population to double by 2014. Babies to blame. No shit. Who else to blame? There is one way you can do this, though, that is not babies, and that is basically taking the amount of people you have in this state, you take it from one other and transplant them here. Transplant? Whatever. Put them in there. So technically, not just babies to blame, but why would you, the way people are talking about, like, we cannot, like, not have babies, we're gonna go under, we're gonna go extinct. Like, do you know how many people there are on this planet? We're not gonna go extinct for a long time, okay? The wars that you're creating, all of that stuff is more likely to take us out than a few people just choosing to go child-free, all right? That's all I'm saying. I'm kind of on board with babies to blame, though, because I think our society needs to take a chill pill with the whole babies thing. But who else is you supposed to blame? Who else? Well, technically, it's not the babies, right? It's the parents. So yeah, fuck you, parents. Northfield plans to plan strategic plan. It's you just read, like, you didn't even read the book. It's the report thing. It's that joke. Plus, you know, I'm currently in the middle of writing a strategic plan at work, so I kind of feel it's like, yeah, I have the plan to create the plan about the plan. Trust me, I'll have it by the deadline. Also, not at all just because there's the deadline. Great, now I can work. So yeah, I do kind of feel this one. You know? Cows lose their jobs as milk prices drop? Wouldn't that just mean that you would need more cows? Because if the prices drop, people are buying more so that you can take a lower cut. Why would they lose their jobs? I know the whole thing with cows losing jobs, fine. But why would cows lose their jobs if prices drop? Because that would just make it so that consumers are a lot more interested in the product. So they would gain, like, that's job security. I never really thought I would sit here and argue about whether or not cows has job security. So yeah, 2025, working out great. Wow, I was not prepared for that. Dog saves owner's life after cat starts fire is so, like, I can't remember what the it's a cat versus dogs, that film where the dogs are the good guys and the cats are the bad guys. It's so funny. And it's just like, this is just accurate, you know? I did actually have a cat that kind of tried to kill me. So me and my ex, we put stuff on the stove because we were gonna do dishes the next day, and he put a Tupperware thing inside the frying pan. And then during the night, we kind of just woke up and we were like, why are we, like, having trouble breathing, or like, why do we have a headache or anything? And the next morning, we're just like, oh, the cat walked on the stove, started it, melted a Tupperware in it, and just all the gases and everything was coming out. So yeah, I did have a cat that tried to kill me. Therefore, this sounds accurate. Christians will play atheists in charity volleyball match. I had to read that twice. Hold on, I need to read it properly over here. Believers and non-believers will go head and head this weekend, but not in an Old Testament battlefield throwdown. Instead, it will be a volleyball showdown. Members of the Abundant Life Baptist Church in Lee's Summit will face off against the Kansas City Atheist Coalition on Saturday in an athbate. I don't know. I think it cuts up. Someone said, I said, let's play some volleyball so I can smash some people in the face who don't believe like I do. Yeah, that's how we solve issues. I wonder who won. Was Jesus taking the wheel this time? At least I cracked myself up, okay? City unsure why the sewer smells. I think I have an idea why. 1 plus 1 is not very strong in people these days. These days, I'm not even sure when this is published. I think throughout the ages, people have just been very stupid, no matter what. It just so happens that we have the internet today and it's a lot easier to spread it. And it was actually very interesting because part of, I can't remember, I watched something. The reason why we have so much Florida man type of thing is because of the press laws, I believe, or journalism laws that Florida has that other states in the US don't, which means that all of these crazy ass reports and all those stories are accessible to journalists or to the public, I suppose. So it gets reported on, whereas in other states in the US, it's not freely accessible, which means that we all know people be stupid everywhere. That it just like everyone congregates like in Florida. No, it's just that it's hidden elsewhere, you know? So, yes, I don't care about place or time. People be stupid. And in this case, journalists, as far as I know, it's not journalists that sets the headlines, it is like editors. So, police, man thought he could only be charged with burglary at night. That's how you pronounce it now? At night. I mean, I'm not gonna say that this dude is totally off base because when I was younger, when still learning English, I had a similar thing. But it's weird how you associate certain things, and this is like all the times we like on TV or when it's used as a concept or whatever. An example: burglary only happens in the dark, at night. So he's not completely off with the assumption. I mean, it's stupid to like go that far because obviously you can have burglary whenever, but the instinctual like, yeah, that's a night activity, you know? It's not it's not, completely wrong. I had something that I did the same thing. I could not remember. Oh wait, hold on. I remember the one that I made, the association, which is just weird. I know that because I write a lot and I write it myself. It was just like I did not connect it for some reason, but when you're on your toes, you can like, being on the ball of your feet kind of thing to be able to pivot and stuff. For some reason, my brain was like, this is just a weird expression, seeing as your heel is rounded, right? So you're saying that you're standing on your heel, but you're actually on more like your toes because you want to be flexible because on the heels, you're not, but the heel is the ball. For the longest time, I just was really confused about the expression, but I don't know why. It was just funny. A friend of mine just went, what? So, in a certain degree, I feel with this dude. Don't do crime, though. Planes forced to land at airports. Where else are they supposed to land? Literally, where are they supposed to go? How can you put this type of headline? Like, some of the other ones are just like, okay, you're tired, but it's what they're supposed to do. For some reason, this just feels like the dumbest of them all so far. Because it's just like, yeah, airports is where they're supposed to land. The news would be if they didn't. Like, you would write a headline if the plane did not land in an airport, Cops arrest white woman on warrant for black men. Evansville police trying to figure out what happened. I'm sorry, but if you don't know what happened, I have some educational material you need to watch. And you're watching it right now. White woman, not black man. There. I solved it for you. I'm a modern day Sherlock Holmes, all right? Tri-state, so America. Checks out. I am dying to understand, to hear this story, because it's just, what do you mean you're trying to figure out what happened? Was it a Scooby-Doo thing? She had a mask with a black man's head on it? Like, I need more, okay? Tell me more. Alton attorney accidentally sues himself. Did you win? If you win against yourself or you lose against yourself, do you just not pay anything? If you lose to yourself, do you register that as a win or a loss on your resume? Hard questions. I don't know how this happens. If there's an actual attorney that could explain this to me, how this happens or what the outcome actually is, I would love to hear it down below. Burglar! An Oak Hill community couple discovered a thief in their home Saturday after a man told a joke and heard a laugh upstairs. That would be me, to be honest. I am terrible. I'm so terrible at keeping like a straight face. I have no poker face. Okay. I just can't. I just. So if I was a burglar that this happened, I would 100% be laughing. That must have been a great joke. China may be using sea to hide its submarines. I mean, if you just keep them in the hangar, it's gonna get full, you know? You can't create an armada. Is it still called an armada if it's under the surface? I'm assuming Armada. I think Armada anyway. Armada was the Navy people? The water people, right? I think you have like military and army or whatever, and then you have an armada is being called, but that has to be with water stuff, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna assume that you use armada for any water-related stuff above or below surface. So where else are you gonna keep your armada? Otherwise, you're gonna have to keep it in one port, and then it's just gonna get full. Brilliant! Magnificent, amazing, stunning, show-stopping. I wish I was as smart as China. Murderer says detective ruined his reputation. A convicted murderer has sued the detective who arrested him, saying the investigator ruined his good name in comments published in the Times News. I think you kind of did it to yourself. On one hand, I gotta hand it to him. Like, respect the understanding of how important image is, no matter where in the world you are, in front of, behind bars, you know? But I think you kind of ruined it yourself by getting caught. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Statistics show that teen pregnancy drops off significantly after age 25. Yeah, don't say. Also, I think 25 is a little late for teen pregnancies. There's not a lot to say here because teen pregnancy after age 25? I'm sorry, you're about 5 years too late for that statistics, okay? This might be the dumbest thing in a while. What the fuck? And apparently that was the last one. So we ended at the top with the dumbest thing on this list, probably. So yeah, I had a great time. It was very fun. I hope that you enjoyed it too. Let me know down below which of these you thought were the dumbest, or if you have one even dumber that you've come in contact with in the wild. So let me know down below. I hope that you had a good time. We all need some smiles. So take care of yourself. I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you're on the time stream, and I will see you next time. Bye!